Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Fridays from the Farm with Farmer Chris. It's been another beautiful week here on the farm. This week we'll have a short weather segment. It's hot! Had 3 inches of rain on Saturday, but now it's hot. The weather segment's over. We're gonna revisit the vegetable garden to see all the production that's happening there, the results of the students' efforts and our garden coordinator. You can see our goats are happily pasturing behind us. They're enjoying this fresh green grass. Just excited to bring you all another week of the good stuff that we're doing here on the farm. So stick around for Keeping Up with the Coop, Curious Corner, and Jokes with Robin. Y'all have a good day. Say bye, goats. Down here with our broccoli plant. So you can see broccoli's really cool. All of these tiny spots are going to bloom into yellow flowers if we let this go to head, but we clip it just before, and that's the part you eat. So you're eating broccoli flowers. Here's a real nice common fruit that everybody knows, tomatoes. The companion plant along with onions. We've got a red set on this side, and then over on this side we've got a yellow. Another big summer harvest that we have coming out of the garden are peppers. And you can see our pepper plants are just starting to fruit. The squash really feel the heat. That is an acorn squash. A fun vegetable to talk about this time of year is asparagus. Actually there's one. So you can see an asparagus shoot right here. And that is the part that we usually harvest. Here we have some of our potatoes. You can't see them because they grow under the ground. Our garden beds are formatted at 9 foot by 3 foot. Every once in a while you gotta grow something big. And so behind me here, you see mini pumpkins. It is boundless. It cannot be tamed. It cannot be contained. Here you see little basil plants that were just planted probably last week. So these plantings have been in place for longer than this side of the garden, for example. And so again, in the Paramount Garden, we plan for succession. Because of our shares, we need to know that product that's gonna come out of the garden is gonna come out in a sequential order. And so it's why you see one side looking like this, and then one side looking like this. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Keeping Up with the Coop. This week we're gonna jump in our time machine and travel back to when these birds were just eggs. We're gonna take you back in time to before they had hatched. So I hope you enjoy coming through this process with us, knowing that these little birds are happy and running around in our coop today. Hey everybody, so today's a really exciting day on the farm. We get to set up our egg incubators. It will incubate the eggs for 21 days. They're warming. You can see that there's a small well in the center of the incubator, and that holds a small amount of water to maintain humidity. I'm taking all of these eggs and very gently setting them in on their side with the long point pointed out, because this little disc in the bottom is going to keep them rotating. So then the housing goes right on top. You can kind of hear the heater working. Hey everybody, we've had 11 days pass, and so we're going to use this Ova Scope to shine light through an unfertilized egg and then an egg that has been fertilized and developing in our incubators. The way an Ova Scope works is it has this little box that goes around, and down here on the bottom we've got a light that turns on, and that light is going to shine through the egg. So this is an unfertilized egg. We're going to look through the scope, do my best to be able to bring it to you. And once we have a view of the egg from down inside of the scope, we can spin it. And as we turn it, you can see that there's some darkness near the top. Now we've placed an egg inside that has been inside of the incubator for the 11 days since loading. And you can see a significant difference. You can see some of the development of the blood vessels and the veins. And then as we turn, that mass that we saw before, it's much darker. And so that is a really great sign that this is developing properly. If I hold still, I stop moving, sometimes we're able to see movement inside of the egg. Several days before hatching, the disc is removed so that the eggs stabilize and don't roll when the chicks hatch. Here you can see 2 eggs have started to pip. As it moves, that little tiny bit of shell is beginning to move because the chicken is starting to break out of its shell. After they pip,
hatching can happen rather quickly. The chicks need to stay inside of their incubator for at least 24 hours to dry out before being moved to their brooder. They are some tight quarters inside this little incubator. And in hardly any time at all, the chicks are grown up, hopping up on the edge of their brooder, and they'll be moved out to the coop in a matter of weeks.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Curious Corner. We're gonna stick with vegetables this week, especially because this one, when I came out into the garden and was looking for things to be curious about, this one caught my eye right away. These are called Keuka Melons. So you can see that they're really small fruit. They kind of have the shape of a melon. They have the coloring of a melon, but from what I understand, they taste kind of like a cucumber that doesn't have that much flavor. Yeah, no, not too bad. So my curiosity this week is that, do you grow anything curious in your garden? Anything that's outside of the norm? And do you go outside and enjoy it when you can? I'm glad my curiosity led me here. I hope yours leads you somewhere too. Take care. So why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? Because it was too tired.